Oh, guys, the Broncos, they love to give us little miniature heart attacks, but they are 10-2 at the top of the AFC West, at the top of the AFC as we stand here right now. David, you love these games. I hate these games. Somewhere in the middle, we got to meet, right? But first, let's get a little business out of the way. Kalshi's treating you right. Tell us about Kalshi and what's going on over there.
Thank you, Mike. Pumped to be doing this with you. Shout out to Kalshi for sponsoring David Talks Broncos, guys. I put on an alternate spread, -9.5 for the Broncos to cover it. Man, that's okay. Because you know what, Mike? I still got the $25 on the Denver Broncos to win the Super
Let's
Bowl.
go.
You'll love that. Guys, use my code DTB and get yourself a $10 bonus once you deposit $10. Okay, links in the description. Thank you, Kalshi, for keeping me going. And man, I feel 10-2. Are you kidding me, Mike? This I don't care that Marcus Mariota absolutely cooked us, man. This was an awesome victory. I feel alive. I'm proud of the team. Hey, we were one play better than the Commanders in this game.
That's right.
One play better, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And the chat came to play. They are strong. They came just as hard as the Commanders did tonight. First off, let's just say hi to everybody. Brett Hilbers, my main man. A win is a win is a win. This comes from a biochemist who is a borderline genius, maybe a genius. I'm not cutting you short, Brett. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. We got sports with Dub. We keep finding ways to win. David, that's the thing, right? I mean, this team has shown over and over again. I say it every show. We know how to win the tight, grinded out games. We know how to win the shoot 'em out games. This was kind of a shootout. Mariota was hot. VJ, his defense, we're gonna have to talk about that. But the Broncos find ways to win, and it's very reminiscent of what team, David?
Oh, it's very reminiscent of the 2015 Broncos, baby. We had a lot of these close wins, a lot of these breaks. Yeah, Landon. I mean, that's how I feel. Dude, I'm shaking. I am shaking. I can't believe we won that game, dude. I can't tell you, Mike, how many times I thought we were going to lose and then win within the last hour tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was walking outside doing laps. I was like, I can't watch. Yeah, I was like everything that could possibly be the jinx. I was doing the we just lost thing, like all the reverse jinxes that we do. I don't believe in all that stuff, but you know what? The Broncos tortured us a little bit. Again, Sean getting cute with the calls on 3rd and 1. I mean, you're in 2-down territory there, man. Just run the ball twice, get the first down. But no, we got to do a triple handoff, weird pass, that kind of stuff. Drives me crazy. A Bavilar, this team is going to put me in the hospital. I hope I pronounced that right. If I had heart pills on me right now, I'd probably have to take one. Here we go. Vic Chin 8655. Broncos have more drama than a soap opera. I love it though, David. As long as we keep winning, the soap opera's okay, right?
Yeah. You want to feel alive, and
Yeah.
I was preparing, for kind of both outcomes, right? But hey, even if we lost it, it would have been disappointing. But we didn't have our cleanest play today, right? But I really do think the effort was there, man. We were just a little sloppy. Huff, I think you could tell at different points, sick, right? Yeah, there were some tackles that he normally gets that he didn't. The pass rush was like kind of non-existent today, which was kind of strange. But again, like they never quit. And we saw in that last play, man, Benito went all out, like sprinting towards Mariota after being on the field, 86 plays? Something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And it was with that effort that he was able to get his hand up in time to bat that down. And hey, dude, we're here 10-2. This team has belief we win in so many different ways. Shout out to Marky in our Discord. He mentioned this. It's nice to see the offense kind of carry the defense when the defense is, not up to the normal expectation that we have for them. The offense picked it up, man, when they needed to. And I think that drive in overtime, Mike, that was a shout out to Andy. He mentioned this in the Discord too. That might have been the best drive all year we've seen from the Broncos offense.
That 2-minute drive, I've got it here. This was certainly the pivotal part of the comeback. First of all, that interception before that, you could tell when Bo went up to the line, he didn't like what he saw.
Yeah.
He didn't look comfortable. I remember looking at my kid Mikey and saying, "Uh-oh, Bo doesn't like it. Call the timeout. Just walk away from this play or call out of it." He didn't. Throws the interception and could have cost us the game because it became 20-17 right away. So a little disappointed in the Broncos defense tonight, disappointed in the O-line. But again, you gotta hand it to it, man. Like the team did not flinch. The offense certainly didn't. Like in overtime, that was easy money.
Yeah.
Like boom, 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 boom. Evan Ingram's involved. Troutman's involved. Like we got the tight ends going tonight. RJ showed out fairly well over the long haul. Again, I've said it a million times. If you give him enough carries, eventually he gets going. So I'm certainly, had we lost this game, David, it would have been weird. I would have, of course, been sad, but it wouldn't have been one of those devastating losses. I thought the Commanders came out with a wonderful game plan, quick passes. The run game was working. They kept Mariota, left him open to run, which he's a great runner of the football. Like they just had a great plan against our defense. I don't think VJ handled the ball between the 20s, but he made them work for it a little bit there in the end zone. And of course, when it came down to the 2-point conversion to score 2 touchdowns, touchdowns in a row against this Broncos defense is no easy feat. You can move the ball on this defense, but once you get in the red zone, the Broncos are the #1 red zone in the NFL, and you got to hand it to them for the big stop.
Yeah, Commanders, they brought it, all respect. But hey, I guess the new thing now with the new overtime rules is to always kick instead of receive. Man, I don't know, dude. That defense was totally gassed at the end of the fourth quarter. I thought Washington was going to take the ball.
Yeah.
And you saw, man, Huff was relieved, man, at that coin toss when they're like, yeah, we're going to kick. I mean, he freaking fist bumped that guy. He knew, man, this offense was going to go down and score. And hey, let's talk about Bo Nix, dude. Let's talk about Bo Nix. 29 of 45, 321 yards. A touchdown, a beautiful touchdown at the end of the first half to Cortland Sutton, and took 1 sack and then 1 interception. That was one of his worst throws of the year. I just don't think he saw Bobby Wagner. But really, outside of that, man, it was a good day from Bo. Yep. And we had some drops early on, typical for this offense from the weapons. I was texting my dad, I'm like, man, maybe we need to move on from Evan Ingram. But then, dude, something about him in the second half really got going. 6 receptions, 79 yards. He was crucial. He was crucial. And I think overall we were pretty decent on third down. Maybe not as good as the Commanders. 7 of 15. Commanders were 8 of 17.
Yeah, but we kind of got the third downs. I mean, we always need them, but we got them when we needed them. And Troutman with another good game, an underrated player. He's not what we want. What we wanted was Ingram doing what he did tonight. But it's clear that Sean Payton had the tight ends as part of his game plan tonight, Dave. And it was working. There were a few drops there, but those drops You can look at who you're going to blame those on. You can blame that one to Ingram with maybe the pass was a little low. I think he's got to make that catch, but there was a lot of room when those tight ends caught those balls. Like the play designs were really impressive for the Broncos tonight. I love this comment from Richie Rich over at. I'm sorry, Rich, but what's it called? The Wild Wild West. He does a show. Fantastic stuff. Rich, grit is a great way to describe this. This was a gritty, not pretty, as our friend Cecil Lammy likes to say. I believe that's him. Gritty, not pretty. That's what that win was. But again, David, the Commanders played a great football game. Like this isn't college ball. There's no trap games. I don't believe in all that crap. Like this was a game they had to work hard to win. They keep it together, and I'll bet you agree with me. And I'm just betting, not through Kalshi. Thank you, Kalshi, for your support. I'm saying, even if the Commanders scored on that last drive and kicked the field goal and we had 2 minutes left, you know what I'm thinking, right? Next score wins. I would have no doubt that Bo Nix would march us down there, and Big Nuts Lutz puts it through the uprights. Broncos win. So the only thing that threw a wrench in that was that 2-point conversion try. And I think that's when the arrhythmia in my heart started. So, but gritty win. Couldn't be happier. We'll get into a little bit. I know it's late night, guys. Thanks for hanging out. So I'm going to get to all your chat. I mean, with the chat is full. I love to see Broncos fans staying up. I mean, we're celebrating and you're celebrating with us. I'm going to get to every one of these in the chat. But while I'm going to pop some of these up, David, why don't you just give me your overall sort of feeling, what you saw, how it made you feel, what's your big takeaway from the game?
Man, it was nice to see the offense come up and put up some points. Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. I love that. Again, I think we had a great game from Bo Nix outside of like a couple throws. And I want to shout out some guys who really stepped up, man. Cortland Sutton, 5 for 62, that beautiful touchdown. And I mean, that was Patrick Mahomes can't make that kind of throw that Bo Nix made. He can't do it anymore. He's regressing. So Bo Nix is now the new standard for those highlight reel throws. Chris Collinsworth, he was definitely feeling that. Beautiful throw by Bo at the end of the first half. And
did you see that? So when he makes that play, right? I think I tweeted out, if that was Mahomes, Chris Collinsworth would have had an aneurysm. But since it was Bo, he was just, excited like the rest of us. But honestly, that was what, everyone in the NFL just loves to see from Patrick Mahomes. But Bo makes those plays, David. Yeah. He does. And he's in his second year. He's in his second year,
and hey, he's looking great. Footwork, still some inconsistencies there, but overall, like, it's not a disaster. That TD from Terry at the end should have been called back.
Yep.
Yeah, it was an obvious pick play. Real quick, guys, I know we got the vertical stream going as well. Right now, we can't really edit that with how we have the setup for the portrait, but if you want to see more of our faces, just hop over to the portrait stream. But we got the vertical up in case y'all just want to listen. Yeah,
we're missing Zach. So the problem is we're missing Zach. So if I was in this, we would have Zach up in the my right corner. I mean, probably your upper left. But or maybe we try this one. But it's it's just David and I. And just so you know, Zach, Let's Talk Broncos is part of this show. So this is a collaboration between Mic'd Up, which is my show. This is David Talks Broncos, which is my good buddy David here. The fastest growing show, Bronco show on YouTube over the last year. Fantastic. And humble brag, the fastest growing YouTube Bronco show for this season is right here, mic'd up, 27% sub increase since the start of the season. So thank you to all of you watching. Please subscribe to all of us. And I do want to say, missing tonight is our good friend Zach Seegers at Let's Talk Broncos. If it wasn't for Zach, we might not even be doing this show.
Nope.
It's supposed to be all three of us. We are undefeated since we started this program. We have never lost. Zach is on the board, which means he's doing the producing for the KOA game and post game tonight. So that's why he's not here. He would absolutely rather be here than where he is now, even though we don't get paid jack shit for doing this. This is where he wants to be. Trust me on that. David, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I did want to get that out. We do really appreciate everybody tuning in. This show is just blowing up. It's crazy.
You guys are what makes this fun. So really love how active we are in the chat, and y'all let me know, man. Like if y'all got a player, a game, somebody that y'all want to shout out.
Yeah.
This was in terms
Comments.
of oh yeah, in terms of Evan Ingram, man, this was his best game as a Bronco so far. So hopefully this is something that we see kind of a turning of the corner, him start to get more integrated. Before this, his season high, I want to say in yardage, was 42. He had 2 games with 42. Tonight he had 9 targets, which was also a season high, 6 catches, season high, 79 yards. He was so crucial.
And clutch, David.
Yes.
The catches were not just, they were needed. Like when we needed him, he was there. He did have a couple drops, but again, overall, you're right. You got to hand it to Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
We've got to be using him. They were talking about on the broadcast tonight how how Sean Payton had been talking about his joker and we needed a joker. Well, as Bronco fans, we know his joker is really RJ Harvey.
Yeah.
That's just the way it's turned out. But really encouraging, David, seeing what Ingram did tonight. He's dynamic. He looks healthy. He was fast. He ran with confidence. He caught the ball. Those catches came at just the right time. Huge play at the end of the game to get us down there in scoring range. Of course, you knew we were going to score then, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and how could we forget this? Sheba talking about this. Dre Greenlaw breaking the turnover drought with that red zone interception off of Marcus Mariota in the first half. It was absolutely beautiful. Hey, those 3 points, it really did make a difference. I was happy that we were able to score off of that. And guys, I just got to say, I know it almost came to bite us, in the butt. If we end up losing to Washington in overtime, hey, maybe Sean should have gone for it for 2, at the end of the third quarter or the fourth quarter.
Right.
I forget when we scored that
We
touchdown.
agreed.
We were texting about it.
Agreed with that, yeah.
Right. But I'm always a fan of when you got a great defense, just taking the conservative approach with it. That 1 point kind of did make a difference, and we were able to just hold on for overtime. Imagine if we didn't get it, we might have lost at the end of regulation. Who knows? And our defense made a play. But Dre Greenlaw, we scored 3 points off of that turnover. That was great. We kind of gave that back to them with Bo's pick. But I want to shout out Dre Greenlaw. How about Alex Singleton? He had a couple big breakups.
Biggest play of the game.
Yeah. Walk us through it.
Yeah. So deep pass late in the game. Overtime maybe is when that was, right? And this ball was right there to be caught. And Alex Singleton somehow hung with, was it Ertz? And gets his hand out of there, knocks it out. Great game. I hate to call someone who just had testicular cancer surgery, I hate to call him a baller because I know that's lowbrow humor, but here I am, dad jokes. He is a baller. Little rough at the beginning of the game, but he came through, David.
Yeah.
I saw a comment on here. Oh, I left it up here. Raw Truth 1673. This game was on the D. If you mean that the problems were on the defense, then I agree with you. I thought the defense got kind of manhandled tonight, David. What were your thoughts on that? Like, it seemed sort of like Mariota And this inexplosive offense was just ripping us whenever they wanted to tonight.
Yeah, I was really annoyed. Like, I know with Patrick Mahomes, like we kind of took that approach of like not wanting to let him break the pocket. I don't necessarily love that same game plan with Marcus Mariota, man. Like Mariota was just cooking us from back there, and then
Yeah.
I think you saw kind of the bye week issues or rust rather. Dude, how many times could we not wrap up on third down? I mean, there at the end of regulation, right? I think there was like a big fourth down play. Was it fourth down or third down? I can't remember. There might have been a penalty. Yes, it was. I think it was fourth down. There was a pass interference on Huff that, I mean, it would have ended the game if our pass rush could have just
Yeah.
initially tackled Mariota. I mean, there were a few plays where
3 people had him, and he
yeah,
got away with it.
yeah.
But that call against Hufanga on the pass interference when we thought the game was over,
Yeah.
it was a pass interference. It was
Mhm.
very clear. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have been able to complain about that, but it was. I watched it. I saw the replay, and I was like, I have to admit, with my orange-colored glasses, yeah, he was there way early. And then he's the one that tipped it, so you didn't have the tip ball rule.
Yeah.
Richie Rich again. We had no pass rush. I don't know that was again. The Commanders' game plan was brilliant. First of all, they were running the ball at 4 and 5 yards a clip. Like they didn't have any trouble. And David, you can check the stats on this. But their 2 main running backs were not having any trouble getting 4 and 5 yards a rush.
Breaking tackles
Yeah,
off a
breaking tackles,
hop, you know, a
running hard.
handful.
And not only that, but their quick game was on fire. They were able, there were some stats tonight coming out how this was some of the quickest. Mariota had his reads right. He was getting rid of the ball too fast. When they do that, the pass rush just isn't going to, I don't know, be able to get those sacks like they do. I think we only had 1 sack on the night. Maybe there was another one after I wrote that down, but when they play that sort of game, you're not going to get all the sacks, the pass rush that you need. There were a few pressures though that made a difference. I remember I had some notes. The Commanders had to punt because of a pass rush where Mariota had to kind of throw the ball away. So, a mixed bag on that, but, agree with you there, Rich, for the most part. But there were, with the context, there was a reason for that. And you really got to, just hand it to the Commanders for coming out with a brilliant, I thought, game plan. And 4 aces and a deuce comes in. They copied the Chiefs game plan, a quick passing, and had a better run game. So hopefully Vance can make adjustments. Absolutely. It's coming down to a 2-point conversion at the end of the game is not what you want against a 3-8 team. Now a 3-9 team, let's be honest. But again, they were really well coached, and Mariota's no joke, guys. I'm a Mariota fan. He's only a starter because of his inconsistency, but he has games like this all the time where he's the best quarterback on the field sometimes. And I don't know what his final numbers were. And it might not show up in the stat sheet, but for a while there, he was way better than Bo for a lot of the game. He was making good decisions. He was getting the ball all out of his hands really fast. So let's not be too hard on the Broncos. A, they won, and B, this team gave them their absolute best shot, David.
Yeah. Again, you never apologize, especially for a road win. I doubt many people in the world had money on the Panthers beating the Rams today.
Wow, that was
so
crazy.
When you go to the East Coast as a Western side of the country team, man, I guess really anything can happen. And we got a great effort from the Commanders, but yeah, hey, like the stream, everything like that. But
yeah,
one thing that I wish we saw a little bit more of, I'm curious what the chat thinks about this too, is, we saw Alex Singleton and Dre Greenlaw out there for pretty much all the all the plays. But in a game in which you're struggling to get pressure, with your front four, we saw Alex Singleton and a few other guys like on some blitzes or some DBs. I think Singleton blitzed a couple times or so. But I think Justin Sternad is kind of underrated in that role. And, I think we could have used his speed on the field a little bit more often in this game. Yeah, a little nitpicky again because, we got the win. But next game, I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of Justin Sternad on the field. But yeah, like overall, I think we had good linebacker play today.
Yeah, I got to put this up. Let's put it all in context here, guys. Broncos win 10-2 in control of the AFC West. Basically won the AFC West by now. And David, we can do a show on this later in the week if you want, where we take a good look at all the remaining, I guess, threatening players or teams for that crown. But I think this win kind of wraps it up. We'll do that, and then we'll look at the number 1 seed coming up. But so let's, even though don't get us wrong, guys, we're nitpicking here a little bit. It was a tight game. We've got to talk about this stuff before we get into the patting ourselves on the back too much and talking about how we're the best team in the NFL. Let's be real here, guys. Yeah. That was a tough fought game against a 3-8 team.
Yeah.
We got to talk about this stuff.
Dude, let's talk about Riley Moss really quick.
Okay. I'm ready to talk about Riley Moss, and maybe we might not agree on this.
I just feel like this dude is cursed. And like generally today, I thought he played like pretty well. He didn't get the PI calls on 3rd down. Amazing. He had some really great pass breakups. But oh my God, dude, I'm sick of these bust wide receivers, these no-name wide receivers, nothing special wide receivers having career moments, career catches over his short arms, dude. Like,
yeah,
I understand, dude. There was essentially you couldn't play it any better than that touchdown catch from Traylon Burks. Dude, I'm so sick of that happening. Why does it always happen to him? Why?
Yeah, that was a clutch catch. One of the best catches you'll see all year. Perfect coverage. That was one of the times tonight. I think I said it two times tonight. And this is what I was kind of alluding to earlier, David, when I said, if the Broncos lost this game, I would be able to say, you know what, they got beat. This team came out and made the plays, and the Broncos didn't. That was one of them. It was an amazing play. That's got to go down as the best catch of the last whatever. We don't need to debate how long it's been, but my gosh, Moss was in perfect coverage of that. What else could he do?
I know, but it's like that's always the story with him, And again, guys, don't get it confused. I'm not blaming him. Like that was an amazing play, but for some reason, dude, these amazing plays just always seem to happen with him. Like it's just hella annoying, dude. Yeah, it's just bad luck. It's just bad luck, Rishi. I also want to shout out Adam Prentice, man. Big time catch to advance the drive at some point in the game. It's all kind of a blur, but I think it was like a 10, 11-yard reception. I would like to see him involved more. I think we only had 2 active tight ends for today's game, Mike. I think it was just Ingram and Troutman, and Prentice played a big role in today's game. So I love the fact that he's on the roster. He's so much better than Michael Burton. Keep him on this roster.
Yeah, I had a lot of notes on Prentice tonight. I'm kind of looking over my notes here. I didn't have time to go back with the overtime thing. I didn't have time to go back and star and highlight stuff, but he was certainly in play for MVP on the offensive side of the ball today. But I think maybe Ingram and Bo Nix Probably stole that from him, but great game from Prentice. Clutch plays from him. So Richie Rich, yeah, definitely Adam Prentice gets a shout out. 82 KW82. This is one of your guys. Imagine if this team could make easy catches. Now imagine they could make catches like Puka. This team could use Puka Nacua probably more than any other football team out there right now. Bo does throw some beautiful catchable balls. Did tonight. Great game from Bo, honestly, except for that one crazy pick. Honestly, he came alive and had a great game. But there were some balls that Puka would have caught that other people didn't. So definitely agree with you there, 82 KW.
I think, let's see, Pat Bryant had one hit him in the chest on a slant that normally he catches. You had Evan Ingram. There were a couple targets that were, I mean, they weren't accurate throws, but I mean, they hit you in the hands, dude. Like, you got to come down with it. Yeah, again, sorry. We can't control the zoom here on the vertical.
Are you in the wrong? Yeah. Switch over to the other show.
Yeah,
like, we're right. Like, I'm right.
Hit our channel. We got a normal portrait stream going.
That's the thing, David. I'm not even using that after the first week.
I use it because it helps people discover us. So
does it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then keep doing it. I hope that they're watching. If you're watching on a computer, you're on the right screen. If you're watching on a phone,
well, you can find the other stream on the phone.
I probably don't have this set up right for that.
Well, StreamYard doesn't give the custom stuff yet. So
it's a new thing. They're working on it. So
yeah, it's all good, man.
It's all good, man. We're just glad you're watching. And honestly, you want to zoom in on David's face because he's like the most handsome person in YouTube shows, and I'm the second most handsome. So you definitely want to. You definitely want to zoom in.
Well, your beard's catching up. Let's talk a little bit about Pat Bryant, though, man. 3 catches, 42 yards.
All right, Pat Bryant, hot and cold tonight. He played really well, of course. I think he's got star material. I think we've all seen that. Makes the clutch catches. He didn't make some of the tough ones tonight that I would have liked to have seen from him. But then again, the catches he made were impactful.
Mm-hmm.
He has zero nerves and still the best hands on the team.
Yes, feature him more. Let's see. I can't see how many targets he had. Let me see. 4. No, 7. He had 7 targets. Continue to give him 7, 8, 9, 10 targets depending on how the game's going.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And then Cortland Sutton, 62 yards, 5 catches, 1 touchdown. He was great. And dude, let's talk about RJ Harvey, man, because doesn't really pop off the stat sheet with what he did. Let's see, we got 27 yards receiving and then 35 yards on the ground, but 2 red zone touchdown runs. What did you think of the run game? What did you think of Harvey?
I thought Harvey did actually pretty well. It's not his game, David. We've talked about this before, right? He's not an every down back yet. He's a little small for that. He's more of a scat back. Does great out of the field. Loved his touchdown run. Called it from a mile away, knew it was coming, as we probably all did, everybody watching the game. We're all just yelling, just give it to Harvey here, give it to Harvey here. But you know what? We're missing, we missed JK in this game. I definitely have a note on that. This was a JK game that we could have really used him. And basically what that means is even though JK, David, he's not as big as, well, certainly not as big as like Estime or I don't know, Ezekiel Elliott. I think you were.
Yeah, that's right. Bring him out of retirement. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. We still need that, and I think I don't think it's over. A lot of people are saying I can't believe we didn't sign anybody. Yeah. I think they did try. For some reason, was it Damian Pierce?
Yes.
If went to the Chiefs, we don't know the whole story about why he went there. I think he made a mistake. I think the Broncos are on a Super Bowl run, and I think the Chiefs are not.
What's he doing?
I don't know. But honestly, this is not what RJ is built for. He was actually made to be the Joker. Catch the passes, get the occasional zone run outside, run a few between the tackles, but it's not really expected to be his strength, right? But I thought he performed pretty well. He showed a little of those little hesitation steps that are kind of still left over from college, where you can get away with being what they call patient and waiting for the lanes to open up. But in the pro game, that doesn't work as well, right? You got to hit the holes, especially when it's 3 yards, 4 yards actually is really good to have 2nd and 6 as opposed to 2nd and 9. And the difference in some of those isn't his vision, which is actually pretty good. It still seems like he's waiting to break one every run, and that's not what the NFL's about. You take the 3 yards, you take the 4 yards, you fight for the 5th, you try and fall forward, all that stuff. But yeah, RJ, I he's a C plus in this game, maybe even a B, because he was being asked to do some things that maybe he shouldn't be doing. But when he was given the opportunities that he does fit in, he actually had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
And the touchdown was huge. 2 touchdowns tonight, right?
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, and
Let's
T
go.
beat me to it. I was just about to say this. Dude, he had some great pass blocks today that really helped move the chains. That was great to see him, I think, show out in pass protection, man. So, yeah, like that's a big part of seeing his growth and development that I love. Again, though, I would still love us to bring in somebody like Gus Edwards, or just a veteran back that can get those short yards a little bit more. You just got a little bit more confidence, man. Somebody who's, I do agree, RJ, yeah, needs to work on his vision more, like Cycloptic saying, and like you're pointing out, just bring in a veteran, man, that can help, steady the boat if you ever need that. Yeah, again, a little nitpicky stuff. Great to see the offense put up 27 points. I mean, that's great. But yeah, in terms of guys that I would like to continue to see featured, RJ Harvey, he was featured well today. Let's continue to feature more Ingram, more Pat Bryant. I loved it. And yeah, again, man, I'm just, shout out to Bo. I loved it. I love seeing him do his thing. And yeah, outside of like a couple throws, I think he played really, really well. And who do we even play next week, dude? I can't even.
We got the Raiders next week in Vegas.
Okay, well, hey, we got to
be
bring
a
it
very
against the
similar
division
game.
rival, man.
Yeah,
Got to bring
similar
it.
game. It's going to be tough. But these are the 2 out of the last 6, the Commanders and the Raiders, that the Broncos need to win, because there's a bit of a gauntlet. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I know it includes the Packers, the Chiefs, the Chargers, and there's another team, the Jaguars.
Yeah,
So
dude,
these are all 4 of those games. Everyone that we're playing is up against a wall, playing for something.
yeah.
So this one was huge. We needed this one to get to 10-2. And the Raiders, if we get to 11-2, guys, it is over in the AFC West. It's over. And that's why it's so big.
Justin Herbert had surgery on his hand today, or wrist, or something, man, or something.
Yeah,
had surgery on something. So we'll see how that goes.
And yeah, the Chargers played. I saw a bit of that game before I had to take off tonight. I told you I had a thing tonight, and they looked like the good Chargers. When they're not charging. So I don't know what that says about the Raiders. Probably a bit about both, but there was an injury there. He thinks he can play through. We'll see about that. But the Chargers guys, their remaining schedule, and David, let's just say it right now. We will do a show this week, like a playoff picture show. Okay, we'll find time. We'll find a time to do it. We'll do an AFC West and a first seed sort of show to just kind of so it makes sense for everybody and go through all the threatening teams' remaining schedules. I did a little bit of that earlier, David. The Chargers have a gauntlet of a schedule up against them. They have a very tough schedule coming. So, yeah, that's going to be really interesting to see, what the results of that were.
Yeah.
Yes, Rich, he does make stupid plays as a second-year rookie, but come on.
Dude, that's okay, man.
Can I
That's
join? Yeah,
okay,
sure, Rich.
you
You can join. You can
know?
always join. Come on in.
I know DSW is pointing this out in the chat. We definitely need to call this out. Shout out to the team. 5 penalties, 33 yards. Shout outs to the refs as well. They were, I thought they called it pretty fairly on both sides in terms of the hand fighting with the receivers and corners. And that's how I prefer it to be called, man. So, yeah, we did get lucky with that intentional grounding call at the end of the regulation. But
It goes
again,
both ways.
yeah. But again, man, how could our defense, dude, 2nd and 25? That should have been a wrap, man.
Yeah,
That
should have been
a wrap.
so frustrating. And KCM 316, what's wrong with the defense tonight? Was it rust? No, it wasn't rust. It was we were out coached. I hate to say it, by the Commanders. VJ was scrambling tonight because everything they had going was just kind of working, and that just happens in the NFL. Those guys are pros. Like I said earlier in the show, there's no trap games, there's no gimme games. These are all professionals, and you looked at our defense. They were gassed at the end of the game. They had their hands on their hips. It was, they were in it for the fight of their life, and it happens. So I wouldn't call it rust. There were plays to be made they didn't make, but they made some plays. Obviously, some huge ones to save the game. So if they had lost the game, I might be a little tougher on them, David. But as you know, I'm always a little more forgiving in my grades when we do win the game.
Yeah. No, man. I'm just happy with the team, man. I'm just happy. Just happy with the team. Guys, we're going to see KAD. We're going to see Riley Moss. We're going to see all these guys play, man. But this is what I'm saying, man. We just need to send them to like a wizard or a witch or something like that so guys can stop having, career highlight catches on him, man. It's just it's insane. But I think the big story and the big thing that I'm looking to see us get back against the Raiders is just the pass rush, man. I was disappointed by the lack of penetration and pass rush we got against the Commanders. So the offensive line with the Raiders being paper thin, my expectation, hey, Cleveland had 10 sacks against them, a week ago. This is something to where, hey, if we're going to break that NFL record of sacks in a season, we need to have a big week this next week against the Raiders. But the pass rush has to find their mojo a little bit, man. Laramie Tunsil, I know he's been a Pro Bowl guy, but he should not have shut down Nick Bonito in our pass rush the way that he did.
I know, but you can do that in the NFL.
Yep.
I mean, you can just go to the quick game and to the run game. And also a bad combination for the Denver defense always has been and always will be a running quarterback. And let me change the way I put that before you say something, David. A quarterback who can run. Yeah. Mariota is one of those guys that is not what you consider a running quarterback. It's not his primary look, but when he does, he's deceptively fast. He's a good runner. He picks his spots, and the Broncos struggle with that as much as they struggle with like Ertz again tonight, who had like 10 catches, maybe 11, and kind of took over the game for them. And it's the one guy you got to shut down, and the Broncos still can't do it 10 years later. So Zach Ertz, 10 for 106. Thank you, SFF 303, for getting me that stat just in time. And by the way, shout out to the chat. there's so many chats that I can't even get to them all. So we love it. David and I absolutely love you guys being in the chat.
Yes, 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 yes. Man, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I feel like I wanted to shout out. You had that one, you called it out earlier, that one dumb play call by Sean Payton on 2nd and 1, and then we ended up punting on that
Stoppage.
drive. Dude, just run the ball, dude. But that's what you get with Sean Payton. You get that. You get
Cute
like one
calls.
series or one situation like that every game where it just doesn't make sense. But outside of that, I thought he pressed the right buttons. He trusted the defense at the appropriate spots. I think he called a great game. Again, 27 points, and you saw the offense start to really get going there at the end of the first half with that 2-minute drive by Bo. Beautiful, and nice to see, man, that the passing game really step up and look good as the game went on. So nice to see Bo hit some guys downfield as well. Yeah, man, like this was just awesome to see. Hey, shout out little Jordan Humphrey. Freaking
Here we go.
keeping his freaking foot on the line
40,
when that should have been down on
46
the one,
minutes
dude.
in. 46 minutes to get to LJ or little Jordan Humphrey, and we still haven't got to AT Perry yet. So it's probably a new Mile High Munsters record, David.
Yeah. We didn't.
How much could AT Perry have helped us tonight?
Maybe he could have helped us, but it didn't really seem like, hey, we were running those big deep shots to Troy. Maybe they were taking them away. I'm not sure, but I will say this: I'm not going to beat the drum for AT Perry right now. But what I will say is, I hope we can get Marvin Mims a little bit more involved. Like, I thought he played a big factor in our game against the Chiefs, even though he didn't have, I think, like one catch or like a target, maybe like one run play off of like an end around or something. But two targets or 2 catches, 8 yards, and then let's see, one run for 9 yards. Especially, hey, when you're looking collectively, our team averaging 3.8 yards. Per rush in this game. I'd just like to see Marvin Mims integrated a little bit more, man.
A lot of
Like, when
people
we
don't.
manufacture stuff for him, it's good.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize Marvin Mims is like 22 years old.
Yeah.
He is young, explosive, talented. This is a future star on the Broncos. I remember when, was it last year or this year, when Sean Payton, David, he was talking about how he was happy with the guys in the room, in the wide receiver room. And you know what? I'm starting to believe it. Like they're all this close to being something.
Yes.
And it's just experience. We always complain about moving on. Like Denver's famous for moving on from players that go somewhere else and be stars.
Not Jerry Jeudy, though. Not
Jerry
Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy can leave for all I care. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know if we agree. He sucks.
He sucks, man.
Okay,
He sucks.
I'm glad we agree on that. I was never a fan of his. He can take his attitude to Cleveland or wherever he is now. So
yeah, they're turning on him there too.
Just before we kind of get into the MVPs of the game, the stars of the game, and kind of keep that Zach Seeger stuff going,
yes,
in honor of our good friend and colleague who couldn't make it tonight because he's out there working hard, paying the bills. But let's go back to Moss for just a second, because even in the chat, I'm getting Moss was trash.
Typical.
Moss kicked ass. Moss was not trash. LOL. Moss is great. In fact, he's excellent. Always happens to Moss. I'm starting to get on the fence. He is a great player. I still think, David, I put this on VJ a little bit. So you've got PS2 on one side. If you're going to leave anybody without safety help or help over the top, don't you think it should probably be PS2 and not Moss? Like, he's always on an island. He has the toughest job in the NFL, and it's covering these guys that are clearly speedsters. they're outrunning. I didn't like where he hesitated on that last play.
You can't get beat by Deebo Samuel.
Yeah,
You just
can't.
can't.
That was bad. He stopped and then started running again and got beat. Almost cost us the game. In fact, it cost us a touchdown, but the 2-point conversion. But Moss again did not have. I was yelling bad things about Moss tonight, David.
Dude, here's the thing with Moss, man. I like Riley Moss. I think he's a good player. I do not think he should be benched. I will credit him for not getting any flags today. That was awesome and played well on third down, for the most part, unless that Deebo touchdown was on third down. But this is what I'll say. He's one of those guys. It's just shit happens. Shit happens when he's on the field, dude. Like, that is the annoying part about it. Some of it's his fault. Some of it isn't. Like you say, hey, it would be nice to have some safety help there. But, we got another year with Riley Moss under contract control. We don't need to even be debating an extension right now at all. No. No. So, hey, just let it play out. I like that KAD's been brought into the fold a little bit more. Man, Barron almost had another pick. Which
did he? I didn't see it. When was that?
Was that late in the game? Yeah.
Was it? Oh, I know something.
And that might have been on the Huff. That might have been on the Huff pass interference there.
All right, just so you guys know, here's a little inside, YouTube podcast information about your boy Mike. So when I get this nervous, I'm so embarrassed to even tell you guys this. I have a 50-inch TV on the wall, and then I have like a 40-inch TV next to it. Like, I've got it all covered. We're all sitting on this theater couch watching the game. And when it gets to this point, I go absolutely chicken shit. And I open the blinds to my sunroom so I can see in the window. And I go outside and watch the game from outside because I'm too scared and nervous to watch it. I'm such a fanboy. I just am. I'm not, Andrew Mason or someone who just objectively just wants a good story. No, I want my Broncos to win. And I was freaking out tonight. So I was out there. I thought we won the game. And then there was that penalty, that brought them back in. And then we get down there and I just couldn't handle it. I had to walk out of the room and watch. Like when you go to a scary movie and you put your hands over your eyes and for some reason that helps. Oh, yeah. That's what I do with the Broncos sometimes. So I didn't know that was him, but I did see a play where I thought there was going to be a pick. I didn't know who it was. So yeah, that's cool on it. Good to see from Barron though, right? Like we put a first round draft pick on this guy. I wouldn't say it's been a disappointing season, but certainly you want more out of your first round draft pick. Last few weeks, we're starting to see stock up on this guy for sure.
Yeah, no, I'll need to watch it back to see how the heck Zach Ertz cooked us for like 10 receptions. But, forget that. Barron, stock up. Pat Bryant, stock up, baby. And people might not like to hear this, but, dude, I think today is a good example of why I'm still a big fan of us going offensive line in the first round next year.
Build from the inside, buddy.
Yeah, or at the very least, one of our first 3-round picks.
Yeah,
offensive line.
Center.
We might punt on wide receiver there in the first couple rounds, but I'm not.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah, especially with the Pat Bryant. Dude, we're just scratching the surface with Pat Bryant. That's how I feel about it.
Vele had a nice game today for the Saints, I believe. He plays for. Still looking good, but you know what, Pat Bryant. With what we got for him, I'm still happy with that pick. I still think that went well. Hey, T Fishes, shout out to you, buddy. Always good to see you. You're always in the chat, always watching. And DSW again, lowest penalty game was 35 yards. That was the lowest Broncos been penalized all season. Great call. I'm gonna assume that's accurate because I believe everything I read.
It was accurate.
And good luck to you. Good call out, DSW. So I was a little bit behind. Shout out to the chat, guys. I'm going through these as fast as I can. We do need to get to our business here. Great teams hot in Vegas. Love that. Great teams find a way to win. Washington, tougher team than their record indicates. They sure were tonight. Again, said it before. 3-8 doesn't mean anything in the NFL any more than 9-2 does. These are professional players coached by people who pretty much know what they're doing. That's a good football team tonight. Played a strong game. Again, if they had beat us, they would have just beaten us. T. Fish's, RJ was blocking tonight. Ingram struggled early. What do we do? We go back to Ingram. What do? We go back to Pat when he struggles. The team reeks confidence. Yeah, I think there's some truth to that. I think that's more on Bo. Like Bo just trusts his guys. I think this team is really close. They know what they can do. They're still learning. I'm not going to say they're learning how to win, David, but they're still learning how to be pros, especially Bo. We're not giving up on Franklin. We're not giving up on Ingram. We're not giving up on Court. We're just not going to do that on this show. And the reason is because they always show out. And most of that is on Bo Nix, to be honest with you. He goes back to them. He is the most confident when the chips are on the table. He's the most confident young quarterback without being reckless with the ball. Although he had the kind of crappy pick tonight. He's not reckless. We win games because of Bo Nix, and there's no way around it. So, David, before we get into sort of the format of the show, we've got our winners or losers, MVPs, dogs, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think about that comment? I thought that was interesting. T. Fishes.
Yeah.
We go, they make mistakes and then Bo comes back to them. That's confidence in your players, right?
Yeah. It's, with these, I like to call them like evil genius coaches, right? That they always got some things that will bug you, right? I think with Sean Payton, it's more like his stubbornness, right, with certain personnel that can like drive people crazy. With like Mike Shanahan, and Kyle Shanahan's like guilty of this too, to a degree, but like it was just so quick to get in Mike Shanahan's doghouse.
You'd be in the doghouse for something, yeah.
Yeah, and then, dude, you're just never seeing the field again. One thing that I do want to give Sean Payton for is, I think overall, for kind of being one of those really great coaches, he does extend a good amount of leash to young players that I think is pretty rare. So, yeah, it's nice to see us go back. And I think my favorite call of the game was on that 4th and 1. Sean Payton showing confidence in Bo Nix. I forget at what point in the game this was, so chat, you can help me out with it. It's all a blur. But we ran like a play action on 4th and 1, and he put the ball in Bo's hands to make a play, and he threw. It might have been to, Troutman in the flat or something like that. But again, I just love to see the play calling from Sean Payton to, he's not calling the game scared with who he's got at quarterback. No.
Not tonight. And we talked about that before. Like there was a stretch of games, guys, where it looked like Sean didn't trust Bo. Mm-hmm. Remember? And it doesn't seem that way anymore. When the game is on the line, even earlier in the game. So normally later in the game, you would see Sean open it up, Bo open it up, and then of course Bo would always come through. He's come through every single time.
Yes.
He's earned your trust, Broncos country. Bo Nix comes through every time we've needed him to. And he won't always, because nobody does. Peyton Manning never did. All the greats, they don't always win when you need them to. But to this night, as we sit here today, since we've started this show, we're undefeated. And also, Bo Nix, out of those 9 in a row, So in those 9 in a row, Bo has needed to win those games probably 5 or 6 times, David. Like it just always comes down to, can Bo pull this out? He does it every time. Sean has noticed that, and that 2-minute drill at the end of the half, never a doubt.
No,
Never a doubt.
never a doubt, man. I'm proud of him, man. So yeah, let's get into our Bo and Sean Payton stock meter, shall we?
God, I know. I want to. We've been doing this an hour, and the stream is just, the chat is on fire, guys. I
Let's
just
go.
want to get everybody up here. And while I'm doing that, let's start with you. Let's break it down. Let's, instead of just doing our MVP of the game, our player of the game, let's get an offense and a defensive player of the game, David. And I'll start with you. And I'm just going to flash some of these chats up here because I promised everybody I'd get you. Can you get a little closer to the camera, Bill? Bill, there's 2 streams. One's this new. There's a new setup with the iPhone stream versus the, like, my face is like the size of Patrick Keode's right now. It's like right in, like, I'm filling up the screen. We can't get any closer. You're just on a weird screen. I apologize for that. But David, give me your offensive player of the game, and then I'll give you mine.
Does Bo Nix count?
He has to count.
Yeah, I'll go with Bo Nix, man. It's great to have a quarterback that you win with, that makes great throws, that has way many great plays than negative plays. It's awesome to see that. I think he's getting more consistent as the year is going on, so that's wonderful to see. Again, 327 yards, I believe he threw for today, and always answered with a good drive for the most part when we needed it. So beautiful, and like might have been the play of the game for the Broncos offense was that dime to Cortland Sutton as he's falling on the ground, looking like a shortstop, throwing that at the end of the first half. So Bo Nix, easy decision, man. Looking more and more like a franchise quarterback, man. I love it.
I gotta go with a little bit of a cop out here. I've never done this before. I don't think we have a rule. David, do we have a rule that I can't use yours? Bo Nix was clearly the MVP of the offense in this game. The numbers obviously were great. In the first half, he had thrown less than 50% of his passes. He wasn't having a very impactful game. But here's the thing: after the interception, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when he gets hot. He plays better when the chips are on the line, when the game's on the line. He's clutch. Certainly the MVP. It's not close. That, when he threw that ball to Sutton, when he caught it on his knees, you could, on the TV broadcast, you could only see Bo, right? This isn't the all 22. And when we saw Bo look, it's like, soon as he threw it, my kid was like, somebody's wide open for this. This is going to be good. Like he like knew, you just knew, he just saw it, and he was slinging it tonight, man. Like he was throwing the ball. Just a great game. Some of the best plays we've seen from him individually. Of course, the wild touchdown pass to Cortland. I think Cortland could, certainly be, even though in his limited, stats, could still be up there for MVP and Evan Ingram. But this is clearly a Bo Nix game. It was won by Bo Nix. The run game was, I don't even know what to call it. Mediocre, I guess. We had to use it. But yeah, Bo was the best for the team and certainly for the offense. So we're going to cop out and agree on that. I'm sure if Zach were here, he would say something weird like Prentice or something like that, and we would just go, "Oh yeah." So
honorable
cool.
mention to Evan Ingram again. His best career game as a Bronco, and like with that 40-yard reception or whatever that was in overtime, like that was awesome to see him just turn on the Jets like that. Finally,
Yak baby,
yeah,
Yak. We love Yak. I'll go defense. Let's go to the defense. I'm gonna go. I've used him before. He's been my defensive MVP a couple times. Now, I'm not saying he had a perfect game. A couple missed tackles, pass interference there towards the end, which was clearly a penalty. But this was the flu game for Hufanga, who came out and just made impact after impact. He was in on every play. He was making tackles for loss. He was hitting. He let a few of them go, but overall, I, I guess there'd be a few other examples, David, you could go with, but I'm going to go with Hufanga.
Okay.
A really great signing in the offseason. So far, he's just showing out. He's playing when he's sick. Just looks fired up, and I have the feeling that the defense feeds off of him a little bit, even though the defense didn't particularly play well. They get fired up when they see him just crashing into the line and making a tackle for loss. So, Hufanga is my MVP of the defense.
13 total tackles, 10 solo.
Oof.
He had a pass defense and 2 TFLs, and he probably could have had at least 4 if he didn't miss a couple of those wrap ups. Man, I mean, he might have had an all timer game if he didn't have the flu. I'll circle back to how we started with the game, man. Gassed, but just gave it there at the end, wide open, running back there in the flat for the touchdown or for the 2-point conversion. But on the one play, came down to one play. Nick Bonito made that play in the game, man. And he didn't have a sack tonight, I don't think. I mean, we only had 2 sacks.
He had a sack tonight.
Oh, okay, great.
No, he did have a sack tonight.
Yeah, him and Dondrea Tillman. But it was great to see him come up big like that. That's a play, guys. That's a play that Von Miller makes, man. Yeah. Like that was awesome to see. And also, where was Von today, man? We barely saw him.
I mean, not a bigger fan of Von Miller on this planet than you and I both love. We love Von Miller. He's just too old to be playing that position like he used to now. He wasn't a factor in the game. I hope he signs with the Broncos and signs a one-day contract and retires a Bronco. But he's no longer a problem for anybody, and that's okay. He's still out there. He's still good enough to play. But off that subject, I finally got through the chat. Amazing guys from you. What am I? Let's. I'm trying to. Zach actually has a job and he's not here to do it, so I'm trying to do it for him. Well, let's do our stock up, stock down on Sean Payton and Bo Nix. Now, again, Sean Payton doesn't like this. We don't care. Sean, I know you're watching the program. You always do. So everybody, Sean Payton watches this show religiously, and he is not happy with us because we do the Bo Nix stock up, stock down. I'm going to guess, David, I'm going to guess you're stock up on Bo and stock even on Sean Payton. How close am I?
Oh, you're close, but I'm going stock up on both, man.
Let's go.
Like, there were just a couple moments, man, where I just didn't like Sean Payton's calls. But guys, that's really good. I don't think I've ever watched a football game of one of my teams and said that was perfectly called, except maybe the Peyton Manning 7 touchdown game. Maybe that was it.
Baltimore.
So, hey, if you're shooting 90-95% on things, that's how I see it, man. He again, I thought he pushed the right buttons at the right time. Again, like maybe you should have gone for 2 there in the fourth quarter or whatever, but I thought it was right to still give this defense trust, and it ended up, I think, benefiting us in the long run. So, he didn't get scared with Bo Nix. He did not get scared. He still trusted Bo to make the plays. And yeah, like I love the fact that he finally got Evan Ingram more involved, even though he had a couple annoying drops at the beginning of the game. He got the right guys involved there in the second half and in overtime, and it played dividends. I mean, again, Kyle Shanahan or Mike Shanahan, rather, dude, he might be benching somebody like Evan Ingram there after those first couple drops, even though they I don't know if they'll be counted as drops because they were thrown in accurately, but to see Sean go back to him, man, that was one of the many decisions that helped win this game. So,
yep.
And I've spoken enough about Bo. He was great.
Yeah, I agree with you. And fun fact, we have swept the NFC East.
Amazing.
So we have finished them out. So we won't be seeing them anymore. As much as we'd love to see them again, we finished out that whole division. That's the kind of stuff that championship teams do. So I'm going to say stock keeps going up on Bo. He is on a bit of a run here. The handcuffs are off. He's playing a little more free. Certainly, nobody's playing mistake football tonight. Great game from him. David, you already read the stats, so I don't need to get into that again. But yeah, great game from Bo. He was pressured a little bit more tonight. He had to run around and move, took a few sacks, probably smart sacks. There was a play or two, easy for me to say, where I thought he went to the wrong receiver.
Yes.
Dave and I will both watch the 22. We'll talk about that later. But just watching on the regular broadcast, on the replays, I thought there was one where he tried to squeeze one in that probably should have gone to Bryant instead when he was pressured. So still some of that, which is expected for a quarterback in the last quarter of his second season. I don't care how much college ball you played; it certainly helps, and it shows that it helps. But the pros are different; they're throwing stuff at you every week that you've just never seen. So stock up on Bo. Sean Payton and I have a very complicated relation. It's complicated. All right. I wouldn't swipe left or right on the guy yet. I would keep him. Actually, I don't even know what any of that shit means, to be honest with you. I've been married for a lot of years, probably longer than David's been married, or been alive. But Sean Payton gets cute sometimes. And when I say that, I always tweet that out. If you follow me on Twitter, and you should follow us both on Twitter, along with Zach. But he gets cute when it's 3rd and 1, and you're kind of on that borderline 4th down territory. Why run a double handoff, toss back, Hail Mary type play? Just hand the ball off to someone or do a keeper, get the yard and a half, and then run it again and get the first down. It's almost guaranteed. Let's not make it any harder than it has to be. Sean does that. I'm going to go stock even. We should almost we should maybe add Vance Joseph to this list at some point in time, because that defensive plan, I never saw the adjustment I would like to have seen with the quick game. I thought they were still playing back on him, kind of giving him that. And what I said on Twitter earlier was, we're playing bend, don't break, but I think we're just got a little too much bend tonight. And I think that'd be pretty hard to argue that. We were giving them a little too much space. We got a super chat here from our guy T Fishes. Got to go in $4.99. This is how you make us fall in love with you. We've got microphones that need to be paid for. We've got direct TV that we don't really want to have, that we have to pay for. We've got the stuff we do our graphics with, like it all. Trust me, I hear all the time from my wife, all that stuff. So this helps out a ton. And when we're huge stars, we'll get all these. But for now, Thank you so much, T-Fishes. Stock up, 100+ studs watching. Like and subscribe, gents. And that's what you paid for, just to say that? I wish I could give you the $5 back, because I think I owe you. Yes, guys, you have to understand the YouTube algorithm. It's like living in the Matrix, man. They have this weird stuff. Like, all of you watching right now, and there's a ton of you, are watching. I don't know how many likes we've got right now, but it's nowhere near enough. Like, if you just go up and hit the like button, YouTube will put this program out to more people. They will send it out and say, hey, maybe you want to watch this show. When you sit there and don't hit the like button, it only takes a second. YouTube thinks, oh, well, it must not be a popular show. It is a popular show. The views are incredible. We need the likes. We need the subscriptions. We need them on David Talks Broncos. We need them on Mic'd Up, and we need them on Let's Talk Broncos. Again, some of the fastest growing shows in Broncos country, and it's all because of you guys. But those little steps do make a huge difference. So thank you to T-Fishes.
Oh, yeah. Mike, if you don't mind, I got a little promotion to do right
now. Please. Yeah.
I just launched this. Well, first off, I got to say thank you, everybody, for just all the support since I started this channel about a year and a half ago. This was the most successful month of November. This is the most successful month, being November, that I've had in the history of the channel. So thank you guys so much for your engagement. I just launched a membership on YouTube. So if you want to get in the Discord and talk with Mike and myself and other people, you can do that just with the membership. If you want to do the WAP link that's in the description, you can do that too. But I'm offering a little bit of a deal if you just sign up through the YouTube membership. It's a couple dollars, I think, a month, and you get to talk with us and all your other favorite Broncos fans and creators. So launching that. Shout out to Jeff Cox for the $10 super as well. He's been with me from day one as well. So y'all be sure to go support Mike and subscribe to his channel. There should be a link in the description for what he's cooking up. And yeah, he's starting to really push out the content as well.
Yeah, I am. And I found that thank you so much, Jeff, for supporting the cause. Again, 2 of the fastest growing shows on YouTube are David and my show, David Talks Broncos, David Talks Buffs. Congratulations, David, on YouTube finally recognizing you, monetizing you for all your hard work. Congratulations on that. And so to repeat, David is the fastest growing Broncos YouTube show for the year. And he has grown incredibly, and it's not even close, guys. The content he puts out, nobody works harder than David does. He's on constantly, you know that. And Mic'd Up since the beginning of the season, since the first kickoff against the Titans, gained 27% viewership subscribers, which is the fastest most. So you got the right guys here. Thanks again for the super chat, T-Fishes and Jeff. That means the world to us. Let's finish out. Let the Bills come to Denver in the divisional round. We'll find out. Guys, rooting for the Bills right now is okay. We still want to keep the Chiefs out. Let's Jeff Cox rock and roll, gents. Sean want to catch him slipping. I love these comments. What a great chat. Cake. Gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Where are you? Where it's morning all of a sudden. I'm going to call this team the Orange. Are you talking about the Broncos?
Yeah.
The Orange Clutch. Yeah. Okay. I got it. Yeah, definitely. David, what a great show. What a great win. 10-2 in the driver's seat. The AFC West is all but done. If you think about it, the best the Chiefs can attain is 11-6. We're one away from 11-2. AFC West is over. We are back, baby.
This will be for the playoff picture stream we do later this week, Mike. But I just gotta say, we're starting to see a little bit of a changing of the guard, I think, in the NFL with some of these teams that are up and coming. To tease a little bit, the Chicago Bears is one of these teams in the NFC, which I find
First place.
pretty
And
fun, man.
first place NFC Chicago Bears.
Yeah. How about that?
Wow.
How about two franchises who drafted quarterbacks last year, both atop of their conferences? How
Man,
about that?
it's crazy. And, it's funny. I was looking at, I did a pregame show with Colin Cronin today on Monsters.
Mhm.
And so if those of you that don't know who Colin Cronin is, he does the Dublin to Denver podcast. One of the smartest guys you'll ever meet. He, Zach Seegers, Andrew Mason, those kind of guys. I don't even pretend to know what they're talking about sometimes, but we were talking about this stuff a little bit, and I put up a just like a screenshot of like where we are right now for the playoff rush, David, or for the race, and it
Mhm.
was Patriots, Broncos, Colts. What is this, Pittsburgh maybe, and then there was like
Pittsburgh was up there. Yeah.
then it was like the Ravens and whatever, and it was like going back in a time machine. It's like the world is right now; it's balanced.
Yes, KC should always just be
Just
fighting for that wild card
Yeah,
berth.
in the hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just in the hunt. They had some 3-18. I think the Bengals were listed 3-8 as still in the hunt. I
Yeah,
mean,
they had their 9 years of
yeah, come
reign, but
on.
we know whose division this is. Things are back right in the NFL with the Broncos at the top of the AFC West.
They are, and I said I would get to all your.
We got Cake from Maine. He's staying up late.
He is, man. Damn League of Extraordinary Garbage's refs. Yeah, it's true. Jeff back again. This team is going to peak at the right time. I can't argue with that. It's 13-9 Super Bowl happened. Oh, that's funny.
What did the Patriots beat the Rams at years ago? It was like 13-6 or something like that.
Yeah,
That was
we're
a
not
really
going
good
to deal
Super
with
Bowl,
that
dude.
crap. Come on. And it's kind of surprising to see the Rams go down today. The whole NFL's open, David. It's crazy. It's a
I mean,
crazy year.
I love it, man. I love it, but dude, I haven't even said this. It hasn't been since Peyton Manning, since now we've just seen Bo do it enough to where I'm excited to see him get the ball back at the end of games. I have confidence that, hey, if you just get the ball back to this offense, man, they'll go and win this game. I love that feeling as a fan to have confidence in who we have behind center, man. Like, and the team feels it. Like, man, and do you kind of feel that right now,
I
Mike?
do. Yeah.
Just that strange
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah. And just the fact that the Broncos are looking inside out, taking care of their people again. We didn't have that under Elway. We're bringing people back. Is Wattenberg a star? No, but this is a good offensive line that's just getting better. Why not keep? I think you called it before, a week before it even happened. You said 2-year contract for Wattenberg incoming, and it turned out to be a 4-year. So the only thing that you missed, of course, was that, and maybe with the details, it is a 2-year. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the
It's
details.
probably more of like a 3, but
Might be a 3 with an option, but you called it. I love what we're doing. I love what you said earlier about the weapons. Like, I'm fine skipping over let's not go for the weapons in the draft. Let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's develop some of these people. And the super chats, Jeff, come on, man.
yeah, Jeff's killing it.
You're killing it. And we love you, man. I'm telling you. I need a pair of orange glasses just because I'm getting left in the dust. I'm gonna have David Venmo me some of that so I can get me some new glasses. New name, Virtuous Exile. Is this a guy you know?
I think he's new to the channel.
Yeah,
So
welcome, buddy.
hey,
Hell yeah, let the Bills come to Denver in the division round. They'll find out. I think this team matches up better with the Bills than they did last time, so it would be a nice revenge game. If you guys keep coming in with this chat, I just finished throughout the whole chat, and again, I have like 20 unread. We'll never get out of here if we don't just finally call it. So Kodiak, good to see you, buddy. He's one of us. If you don't follow Kodiak Broncos,
One
you're
of
missing
us.
out.
One
He's
of
one
us.
of us.
Hey, I need to ask Kodiak. Kodiak,
Mhm.
are you going live for Denver Broncos tonight?
We
He
got to
does
find
these late
out.
streams. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's young and he's crazy and he can do that. T Fish is coming back in with super chat, $10 orange glasses on Amazon. Thank you. I'm gonna get them ordered right away. I'm gonna have David send me the model number. I'm gonna get them.
I think
So
they're
that
like
when I
$20.
do
You got to
my,
send some more money.
I'll put the other 10 in. I'll split
yeah.
it with T Fishes, and I'll make it happen. I'll slide it by the wife when she's not looking, and we'll make it happen. You all should got Kodiak to fill in. You know what? Here's the thing. We would have loved to. Kodiak's great. I've had him on my show several times. I know that David does the horsepower hour with him. A fantastic show with Marky and who am I missing?
Jeremy.
Oh, my guy. Yeah. So that's a great show as well. Man, we put out a lot of content here. You guys are following the right people. Get in there, subscribe to all of us. If there's not another super chat, I'm going to get us out of here before I cut somebody off. So we never will. David, I love you, brother. Happy late birthday again. Great show. Just love going over this with you. Miss Zach tonight, but we didn't miss a beat. And the chat, I have to tell you, this is the hottest chat we've ever seen on this show. It was just on fire. You guys did a great job. Honestly, you made the show. We will be back later this week. Watch our Twitter, watch our channels, subscribe to both, or you're in trouble. And we will be back this week where we will break out the whole AFC West. What do we need to do to win it? What do we need to get the top seed? And whatever of the crazy shit that David thinks of.
Yeah,
because
we'll talk about A.T. Perry. We didn't talk
A.T.
about
Perry, of course.
Yeah.
Why isn't he on the field? What does Sean have against him? Why doesn't he like winning? Just kidding. We're 10-2, guys. Get that through your head. 10-2. David, for you, Zach, we love you. We miss you. And for Mic'd Up, me, David Talks Broncos, and Let's Talk Broncos. We will see you next time real soon. Thanks for watching. Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Woo!